Hi there, it's Gwyneth on a fabulous Feel Good Friday, helping you feel fabulous about being you, because you are fabulous. I wish you understood how incredibly amazing you are. And in this video, I want to talk about where to find inspiration. We're now in February. January was kind of quiet work-wise, but there are going to be changes. I know that many of you are considering your options for the coming 11 months and beyond. In particular, and as I predicted, we are beginning to see big changes in the working environment. Unilever just announced that they're going to be cutting around 1,500 management positions because they want flatter structures. They want to be able to have a decision-making process that is more efficient, that is more effective, that is faster, that uses less resources. And let's face it, from a financial perspective, regardless of whether you're in the for-profit or not-for-profit sector, any organisation or business can no longer justify the costs of having huge office blocks with social distancing still going to be with us for the foreseeable future, and where we have all seen how efficient and how much cheaper it can actually be to have people working from home. So, policies and processes for home office, flexible working hours, every single employer on the planet is looking at what can change. Specifically in the not-for-profit sector, you are going to be seeing potential people who are saying, I might look at early retirement. Please don't wait until early retirement is forced upon you. Contributions, there is no question contributions will be cut because every government on the planet has had huge costs to be able to keep people alive in their countries through healthcare, supporting their health services, contributing towards getting vaccines distributed. You know what I'm talking about. So all of those things, that change is going to be catching up with everybody big time in 2022. And then it can be very difficult to say, well, I'm just kind of, I'm waiting for inspiration. I'm waiting for a sign from the universe, or I'm waiting for my boss to tell me what's going to be happening with my position, or I just kind of want to wait and see what actually happens. That's absolutely fine, but it is going to be the action takers who actually get the results faster that they want. And I wouldn't want anybody to be in the position of having change forced upon them, because that can feel very deflating. That can feel very uninspiring. So what can you do about it? Well, what many people do is they start writing down lists, and lists are great for getting all the information out of your brain onto paper. But when it comes to making a decision about your future, and you are one of those people who writes down the pros and the cons of particular action, it's basically a recipe for disaster. You are using the left side of your brain, the logical side of your brain, to make decisions that require an emotional outcome, how you're going to be feeling about something. And it just doesn't work. The other issue with when you're making those lists of those pros and cons, when you're using a logical process, is that you are using information that you already have. You are using information in the past. When you look back to the past, it's very easy to become self-judgmental. Well, that didn't work. No, that's not really a good idea. And all of a sudden, something goes on to the cons side of your list. And so, like I said, when you try and take a decision from a purely logical perspective, you're taking a decision based on past information. You are looking, however, to the future. You don't know what's going to be happening in the future. You do know that you want a good salary, you want a guarantee of good income, but most of all, you want to feel good about your future. You want to feel good about your security, about the environment that you are working in. So this has to be an emotional process. You need to give yourself space to come up with those new ideas. As I said, it's no good just writing a list of things down or waiting for inspiration. So what can you do? One of the things I do go through with every single one of my clients, doesn't matter if it's career-based or business-based, it's how do you want to feel? You know, who do you actually want to be? And one of the exercises to be able to find that out is to get back to when you were a child. When you're a child, you're an emotional bundle. You don't write down the pros and cons of learning how to ride a bike or learning to swim. It's, you know, am I absolutely petrified that I'm going to drown? Or is it, wow, that looks really cool. I want to be able to do that too. Let's just see if I can do it. I'm going to get myself a swimming teacher or some, I can't even remember what those things were called that you put on your arms, and just get in there. There's no thought process behind it. It's an emotional process. And like I said, this is why I ask every single one of my clients, what did you love to do when you were a child? You didn't write out lists balancing everything. What did you love to do? It's that emotional state. There are many, many clues in your childhood about what might inspire you in the future. So focus on the emotion that you want. Focus on how you want to feel. Why is that feeling important to you? And start to unpick a little bit those dreams maybe that you put in the drawer that you've left gathering dust for many years. Because if this time that we are living in is not encouragement enough for you to take the bull by the horns, take the reins of the carriage that you're driving with your horses galloping down the road, then when? Make space in your life for inspiration. One great way as well to do that is meditation, because most of us are running around in a state of beta brainwaves, which is the same as trying to drive 200 miles an hour in first gear, for those of you that use gear shift, up a motorway. At some point, the engine burns out. At some point, you are just exhausted and you don't know what to do. You know even less of what you want to do than when you started. So meditation is a fantastic way to find that inspiration, to create the space for that inspiration, to allow new thoughts, new ideas, new intentions, new goals to come into your mind, and which you can then subsequently act on. Even if you just decide to take a few deep breaths and breathe in love, breathe in something really positive. How many times have I said that in a video? One of the things I love about Dr. Joe Dispenza, and I've just read his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I've just read that for a third time. One of the things that he does, which I think is brilliant, is that he says he doesn't even get out of bed in the morning until he's practiced gratitude, until he's feeling really, really good about himself and his life. And as I talk about this, actually now I even just feel butterflies in my stomach. The gratitude for the hot water that you're going to have in the shower, the gratitude that you potentially have electricity, hopefully you have internet, the things that you're really grateful for. Something else, what am I grateful for? I am so grateful for the forest, the fresh air that I can breathe every single day, the walk with the dogs that I have, hopefully more in the future after the snow has all melted. But all of those things help you to bring your vibration, bring up your energy, bring up that positivity. And like I said, when you're in that space, you have a much, much better chance of being inspired, of coming up with new ideas, instead of, as I said, looking at everything from a logical perspective, writing down those pros and cons, basing your ideas on what you know from the past and judging your ideas from the past. Looking for inspiration is a forward feeling and thinking process. Dare to dream. It's free. Oh gosh, that sounds so very cliched, but it's so true. If you have enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment or share. If you want to get in touch, I'd love to have a conversation with you about how we could work together. In between times, stay safe, stay healthy, stay fabulous, because you are fabulous. I'm wishing you how fabulous you really are. Until we meet again, loads of love and bye for now.